welcome Misaki. Misaki is presenting as part of the continuing class of 2020. Terry Lynn Carrington is in your panel, and I understand Bruno Robert is your advisor, and you're presenting the journey of growing my life story through music. Please, everybody, welcome Misaki on her final presentation of their C. Go ahead, Misaki.
Hello, everyone. My name is Misaki Nakamichi. I'm a drummer from Japan. Thank you for the Berklee Global Jazz Institute to give me a great opportunity to share my final project today. Here is my presentation, which is named The Journey of Growing, My Life Story Through Music. I've been working on how to express myself through music and thinking about how I can use music as a powerful tool for social change since I started studying at the BGJI. As Mr. Joe Lovano saying, jazz is self-expression. I always express my feelings and emotions naturally when I play the drums. And I would like to prove that the energy comes out from my playing and reaches the audience. I made the meaning of my life as an artist clearer through my Culminating Experience project. For this project, I created the music, which are the expressions of experiences from my upbringing, my musical identity, and any events that have deeply inspired me. I hope this presentation can inspire you and bring some empathy, hope, and positive energy to you at some point. This is my story, but it's not only about myself, also for you and someone who needs the power of the music.
私は中道美咲。大阪府泉佐野市出身。28歳。ドラマー歴18年。これは私の人生のストーリーを音楽にした話。
How can I get out of the bad feelings? How can I get over it? Life is hard. But never give up. Don't lose yourself. Through the many struggles, you can be stronger. Music has marvelous power to make you feel better and give you faith. Put your energy, put your emotions, soul, and spirits, lives for the future.
Play from your heart and soul. You hope that it translates.
Music really does help. I definitely believe in the power of music for healing.
私は中道美咲。人生はいろんなことがある。そうやって人は成長していく。だから明日も笑っていければそれでいい。みんなで。How is your life story? How can music help you in your life? I wish this presentation can bring to you an opportunity to think about these questions. This project allowed me not only to look back on my life, but also to look forward to the future. My responsibility as an artist is to support, encourage, and help others through my music without ego. It's more than just being a musician or drummer. I want to use this project therapeutically. I want to make a trigger for young people to break out of their shells and move forward. I will focus on specific social issues such as gender equity or educational environment for young people who can feel empathy with my life story. Here are my future plans. I would like to record these songs at the studio and make a CD or EP as my first album. And then I would like to organize music events for young people like teenagers to send them music power. I want to start this project from my hometown in Japan. For the continued project, I will create the events to inspire them in the form of a short movie and performance. As the next step, I will keep creating music videos which collaborate with animation or movies to express my music with visual arts. I really appreciate all of you who supported my CE project. It can't be completed without each one of your help. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much for watching my presentation.
Thank you, Misaki, so much, and
you so
congratulations
much.
for these beautiful presentations. And now we're gonna open the forum for comments or questions from the panelists and the faculty here present. And
Yes.
I usually start with your panel member, which in this case is Terry. So Terry, sorry to make you go first, but
That's okay. I think I always go first. So congratulations, Misaki.
Thank you.
Yes. Hold on. Okay, my computer. So yes, I really enjoyed seeing how it came together, how it finally came together, and I can see all of the hard work you put into it, and proud of you for being so open and telling your story, being vulnerable. All those things are really important to, I think, to be a good artist. There was a lot of courage that I felt from you with sharing some of these things. So congratulations on being able to do that. Positive energy, you talked about empathy and positive energy. And I think energy is so important, with what we're doing, with trying to communicate things, emotions, feelings, intellectual ideas through sound. So that to me is why we have to connect with energy. So I'm happy to see, you thinking, on those terms. And that the story is important. Telling stories is important. I think that's really important Vocalists, of course, are able to do that a lot easier sometimes than instrumentalists, especially drummers. Um, so it was really nice to see you and hear you and watch you tell a story, story of your own personal story through your own writing. And if I can remember correctly from when you studied with me, I don't remember you writing, so much before. So it feels like, to me, this is something that you've been working on, right, and developing. Um, yeah, which is great. And I just want to encourage you to keep going down that path, because I think you found that now that you're starting to write, you're able to tell more of your own story, your personal story. So I want to encourage you. Um, and also, I do believe that you mentioned social change, social justice, and I do believe that that starts with what we would say in the particular kind of Buddhism that I've practiced. We would call it a human revolution, and I feel like you really encapsulated your own human revolution in the slides and in the music. And I really felt that, because I don't think we can really help others. We can't really, become social activists or change agents or artist citizens or any of that, before we, I think, truly understand the value of our own lives. So it's really nice to see, heartwarming, to see you recognizing those things, recognizing the value of your own life, so that you can do, these other things to affect others. It was really heartwarming also to see you playing as a child, because watching that reminded me of how impactful, that can be for a young person, especially a young woman. I saw an innocence. I saw, things I didn't actually really know about you. Just watching you, play, and it reminded me of how powerful, a woman on the drums really can be. And I saw that, and I felt that, and I feel that, your desire to encourage others is, you have the ability to do that and to be extremely impactful with that. So that's good work. And also, I think, it was nice to just hear you playing freely in the places where you played freely. I feel like your playing has opened up, and improved over the years. I mean, improved is an interesting word. I think it's more of what people relate to musically. So if you find a way to connect more, with the human spirit, that's improving. So I felt that kind of improvement. I also heard a few licks of mine in there, so that was I don't know if that was on purpose. I was like, oh, wait a minute, I play that. But I just feel like at the end of the day, the message that I took away was a reminder that there's joy and suffering in life, and that it's just a part of life, and that we all have to suffer what there is to suffer, and enjoy what there is to enjoy, and be faithful and hopeful, and all of these positive things along the way. And I really feel like you encapsulated that beautifully in your presentation. So thank you.
Thank you so much, Terry, for the amazing comment. Yep. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Terry. And I would like to ask Bruno, as an advisor, if you have any comments or question for him.
Sure. Thank you, Terry, for those wise words. Thank you, Misaki. It was an incredible pleasure working with you this time. And you're a trooper, because you're up all night sometimes, and you're a really hard worker, which I admire. It's great. It's very inspiring to see this, and I think Terry touched upon that too. That even I've been doing music for such a long time, still need to be reminded, I feel like, of what it felt like when I started playing, that spirit I had when I was 5 years old and played accordion. Because that's something that doesn't change. The music changes and our skill level changes and all that, but that initial energy of playing, that I love to be reminded of and remind myself of. So, and that comes so strongly through in your project, and which makes it really beautiful art. I can say that when you entered the program, you hadn't really written, hardly composed any music at all, I believe. So
Right.
yeah, so you did a tremendous progress with the compositions, and that's what we mainly worked on in our advising sessions also. And I remember many times you asked me like, "Do you think this is too simple or too childish?" And I always said no. It's because the music fit the different phases in your project so well, and it spoke from the heart and was really direct and really beautiful. And it was interesting to see how it developed and became more complex also. Um, so yeah, congratulations, and I'm convinced that your project will inspire, especially you're thinking a lot about showing your project to younger people, like that were in your same situation as you were once, and I'm sure it will be super inspiring for everybody to see this. So I'll wrap it up with that, and congratulations and thank you for the time we've had together.
Yes, thank you so
Yeah.
much, Bruno,
Thank you.
for entire advising.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you, Bruno. This presentation has evolved very nicely, and I'm sure you have a lot to do with it as well. And I didn't see the last version, and it's just very powerful. So thanks for all the hard work you guys did together. Um, I would like now to open for anybody in the faculty that would like to ask a question or a comment to Misaki.
I could ask something. Okay.
Yes,
Yes.
Yeah.
please.
Hi.
Hi.
Beautiful playing and writing. I really enjoyed your playing, and I've enjoyed your playing on other people's projects very much as well. You have a wonderful, interactive and energetic musical way of building songs and listening and reacting and groove and all those things. And clearly, a lot to offer as an artist. So I hope you don't keep the faith and don't return to that lost phase, because it's not about comparing yourself in some particular way to somebody else's career or whatever, but just you have a tremendous amount to offer as an artist, and I'm looking forward to hearing what you do in the future. I hope I get to hear a lot of it. I wondered if you could just talk a little bit about, I don't want to put you on the spot. Well, that's part of this, I guess. But I wanted to ask you about your sound as a drummer, and what do you have a way? Could you describe the way that you ideally would like your sound to be? I mean, I know it's difficult. We're all recording at home and sending tracks to each other, and we don't always have the perfect sound environment and the best microphones in the world, and maybe you do, but your sound is very good on the recordings, and I've heard a lot of it actually in your collaborations with other people. But I wondered if you have thought about and could talk about, I'm sure you have, just the sound of your drums and your cymbals and textures and dynamics, and how you want to play now that we're getting back to live playing. Do you have anything you could say about that?
Yes. So in this 1 year, I've been recording at my home. It's all of my playing. Other than that, I had a few gigs, so I couldn't play with people in person in this 1 year. But when I can go to the normal world, after this pandemic, um, I learned a lot from these self-recording in terms of the sound, like how to find my sound. And when I recording, like I take more than 100 takes always, and it take so long time, and yeah, it's very intense work to record at my home. Like it's different from at the studio, so I can take I can play like many times, to seek the better take. And from that experience, I was be able to find like more specific sound, like as you said, symbol sound. Like how can I like express that sound, and it made me so this experience, the recording at my home, made me to develop my skill to find my sound. I'm not sure I can answer your question, but definitely the experience at my home studio that developed me to find my own sound.
It's a great answer. That's fine. Yeah, it's very hard to put into words, and it's great that you are very aware and paying a lot of attention to it, and that's something you can grow from all this recording experience. When we're back to playing live, you'll have a more aware sound, not only in the studio about miking and tuning and dynamics, but also about live playing. So, and I think that's something that can help us get over the competitive and self-critical part of music, is to just develop a relationship with your own sound, not an ego relationship, but just a love for sound, and just get into it, you know what I mean? So that you're not, because it's unique. Everyone has their own sound, and you definitely have your own sound. So thank you for talking about that.
Thank you, Alan.
Great writing and great playing. I really enjoyed the music very much. It's very heartfelt.
Thank you.
Thank you, Alan. Maestro Tiger, I know you were raising your hand. You wanted to say something to Misaki.
I'm not in this group. I'm just stopping by. But Terry, do you remember when you played with me for the first time? You were 14 years old.
I do. Yeah, it's at that place on Commonwealth Avenue, Blues Pub. Yeah.
Blues Pub. Yeah, your father brought you, and you started. That's the whole story, right?
Yeah. Yeah, seeing Misaki reminded me of
right.
Those days. Yeah.
Right. Yeah, Misaki, nice, so nice. I remember you were always so quiet, shy, like you said. And I remember we talked when you were in the darkness, and I kind of encouraged you not to look for the answers in any kind of language, Japanese or English. Sometimes so many things we cannot describe in the words, and you just keep it as is. A lot of people try to find answers in written, write out or something, but it's not. And also, when you are in darkness, how can I get out? How can I get out? It's one thing. It's very hard thing. Strength we need is when we are not happy, try to make somebody else happy. That's the strength we're gonna find.
Yes.
He said, I cannot do that. I'm not in a good place. Come on, just try it. And if you see some other people getting happy because of what you do, and you receive it, and you say, oh my God, there was the answer. There was like a lot of times, like when we have a question, answer is right in the question. And don't spend go too far to look for the answer. Answer is in your question. Why am I asking this? What is this? And you find the answer in the questions. That's brilliant. See you soon.
Yes, see you soon. Thank you. Thank you,
Yes,
Tiger Sensei.
Yeah, you played with me at the Blues Alley in Washington.
Yes, yes.
Nice. Wow, that was fun. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you so much.
Okay, thank you, Maestro. And anybody else in the faculty before Danilo makes his final comments? Anybody else would like to? Yes, go ahead, Jerry.
First of all, hello everybody, Misaki. It's been so long. So
Hello,
you, my
Jerry.
goodness. We go way back from two of the global classes, the undergrad, the graduate, and the private lessons, and so it's so great to hear you. You know, you're the flower of your music blooming so beautifully, and you know, we can all relate to the trials and tribulations and you know of the arts and how painful that can be, and the old saying, that which breaks you down actually makes you stronger, really is kind of part of the process that we all endure, you know, deconstructing music, life, the peaks and the valleys, and then rebuilding it, reconstructing it all, the stronger. And, you know, I personally was very, very shy when I was a kid, the youngest of four boys. So, but getting a snare drum just gave me such a voice, not only with volume, so I could really just let it all out to the household, but also to discover that that is such a strong connection between life and the arts in general. And so you talked about your smile, and sometimes when I'm down, I feel like, and my wife tells me this a lot, all you really need to do is smile, which you do so well, and then you start to find the happiness, and it's something that you exude so naturally and organically as a person. And I think that that is, you know, it's not a trick, but it actually is a way of life, you know, how we can bring joy to others and how we can reabsorb it back into ourselves. So stay on the journey, stay on the path, and you know, you have so much ahead of you, so much music to create, and we're all blessed to know you and to continue to call you our dear friend and colleague at this point. So God bless, and thank you.
Yep, thank you so much, Jerry.
All right, Jerry, thanks. Hey,
I'll also jump in for a second. Hi, Misaki. Great to see you.
Yes, how are you?
Very good. Yes. Yeah. So just it was so wonderful to see your presentation for the first time and see it all coming all together. And you know, for me, there was just a strong energy behind the entire presentation. There was this kind of beautiful, charming, chronological, you know, introspective look at yourself and your history. And I just echoing what other people have said. It's so valuable to take a look back at those old videos of yourself when you're young playing, and just to kind of remember where you came from, who was there, what was your community, and think about the evolution. You know, and you know, I can relate in that lately I've been thinking about how do those things relate to who I am now? That would be sort of like a basic question that you don't need to answer now because it's such a big question. But this is something I think about a lot, that Global opened me up to, and a lot of people along the way of looking back. Okay, who are the people who are important in my life? Right? What were the moments that really shaped who I am, and how do they relate to me now? That's something that I'm still unraveling. You know, like, what are those deep-seated things that are unconscious that we forget about? Oh, wow, sometimes I react this way, for example, and that probably came from this person, right? Or I tend to do this kind of, you know, there's all these kind of things that shape who we are now. And some of those things sometimes you want to shake off a little bit, and some of those things you want to embrace more fully. So I guess that would be a question I have for you next to explore, to go deeper into that sort of that process of, oh, now I need to get into psychology, and now I need to get into, musical ancestry and all these kind of things that could stem from this project and really lead you to some beautiful places. So thank you. I loved this presentation, and
thank you so much for the great comment, Chase.
Okay, thank you, Chase.
Misaki.
Hello,
Wow, Misaki. I want to echo what everybody said, but also, want to touch upon those amazing moments where you brought us back to childhood. The smile carries throughout the whole presentation, but also something that reminds me of this idea of like you step out of the drums and put yourself in front now. I'm thinking about that. Yeah, because it's almost like you invited us to your world and you just say without any pretensions, this is what Misaki Nakamichi is. And I'm not going to hide anymore in the drums. So I truly appreciate that. that just touched me so deeply. And another thing I want to tell you that I'm so inspired by you. You were an example of strength, responsibility, and commitment. Oh my God, you have no excuse for anything. And that's a very inspiring the society we live in. And I just want to congratulate you on that. You're an inspiration. Continue your path and just keep remember to the idea of cultivating your gift to be the best force you can be of good in humanity. Just keep cultivating that gift that you have for the betterment of the collectivity and making that connection with your family was very profound to me because it reminds me of this idea that we are collective development of all the experiences that we have accumulated through our years. And you have focused and the ones that really you took the course out. You started to make you used a lot of triads. You just took a lot of tensions out and just really went into a more direct, in this time, very crucial to do what you did. It's that we are living the times that are vital and you're embarking in a musical journey with the commitment to lift every voice around you. So thank you very much. It's been a privilege working with you and an honor.
Thank you so much, Danilo. Thank you.
Misaki, do you have any final comments to the panel, to all of us? Anything you want to say to end your presentation?
I just want to say thank you so much from bottom of my heart. Like I'm surprising like so many my mentors here today and watching my life story presentation and like I got so many incredible comments. So I'm so grateful. Yeah, thank you so much.
Thank you, Misaki, and congratulations. We wish you much success. Please stay close to us and stay in touch with all of us, okay? This is your family.
Yes.